Hey y'all, just wanted to record another quick one. I had to talk with my friend the other night. I think it might have been the same conversation referenced on the last video. Um, but basically, he has some problems forgiving people um, for some things that they did before they knew each other, which, you know, people's past that has nothing to do with you, kind of. And the only answer I had was, you just got to do it. You just got to forgive them. And it just so happened, my pastor does a series once a year called, it's kind of like Ask Me Anything. And one of the questions was, how do I turn my head knowledge into heart knowledge? Basically take what you know you're supposed to do and actually do it and mean it. And I don't really remember his answer. It was a good one, but it just got me thinking. Christianity is a choice. Following Christ, choosing to follow Him and turn away from your old life is a choice. And life is a series of choices that we all make, and we live with the consequences of our own choices and sometimes the choices of others. And that's really it. So when it comes time to do something hard, like some would say choosing to follow Christ is easy, or just saying so, saying I'm a Christian is easy, but when it comes time to doing it, when the rubber meets the road, sometimes we just don't want to choose to live the life that we say that we follow. We're all human. Everybody draws a line somewhere. Forgiveness especially is tough for a lot of people. But, when it all boils down to love and you're forced to love people, you're supposed to love everybody, you got to choose to. It's a choice, just like saying that you're going to follow Christ. And when you choose to love people and you choose to forgive and you choose to, make that head knowledge, heart knowledge, and follow through with what you claim to be, a follower of Christ, you don't have a choice. You got to follow through. Well, at that point, I know I just said you got to choose and you don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like a real practical, how do I get there? I don't know that there's some magic formula or anything that anyone can really tell you. Some people will say fake it till you make it, or something along those lines, and that, that's also a choice. You got to choose to do that, and maybe it's good practice. But choosing to love someone that's wronged you and forgive them, it's a tough choice, but again, it's a choice. Just like, talking yourself in circles in front of a camera with a cigar. By the way, oh my wowie, this thing. Room 101 Big Payback Maduro. This thing is wonderful. Matt Booth again. I think he was a roller for Davidoff or a blender. I actually learned this from a different YouTube channel. Shout out to John Daly, cicarsdaily.com. Said he was a blender for Davidoff, and there was a big payback that he blended for them. And when he left, he kept the rights to the name, but left the blend and made his own new one. And this thing is awesome. It's I think it's a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, or I don't remember. Connecticut broadleaf binder. and Honduran, Dominican, and Nicaraguan fillers. It's so smooth. The retrohale is, there's no spice. It's just cocoa, nutty. It's delicious. I can't stop. I've got to find more of these. But if anybody watches these, if you have any suggestions or ways or anything as to how to do what you're supposed to do, you know, practice or get to that point to where you can change it from knowledge to application and mean it, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, all the silly YouTube stuff. Love you guys. Bye.